IELTS Speaking Part 2, Cue card. Describe an interesting person you have met recently. You should say who this person is, how you met him or her, what he or she does, and explain why you think this person is interesting.
You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. All right? Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now?
I think that our world is full of interesting people, and we can even find many of them around us if we actually have a keen and open mind to identify them. Not that I'm claiming to have such a keen or open mind, but I did meet an interesting person recently, and today I would like to talk about her here. And yes, it's a female, about 70+ years of age. I recently met her at a super shop where she works as a manager. When I went there to settle a business transaction dispute, I met her. Here I am not going to give too many details about the type of dispute I had with her super shop, because that's not really important in the context of this discussion here. But that's when I came to know what an interesting person she really is. Anyway, when Mrs. Janet, as her name tag wrote, was trying to help me with settling the dispute, I found her reading an interesting book. But she wasn't just busy reading her book, but also equally busy, taking care of her other regular and managerial duties too, at the same time. From the way she was reading that book, even when performing her regular job duties, I could tell that she was an avid learner. So, failing to hold my curiosity, I asked her how possibly she could enjoy reading a book while she was doing such a difficult job. In response, all she had to say was how possibly a person can survive and thrive without learning something as long as she is awake. Needless to say, I didn't really dare to question her about anything else after that response, because that one response was good enough to know how she really valued knowledge, unlike most of us. I also think that it was because of her keen learning mind that she was able to keep herself fit for a rather challenging job at that old age, and that too at one of the busiest super shops in the city.
Describe an interesting person you have met recently. You should say who this person is, how you met him or her, what he or she does, and explain why you think this person is interesting.
Oh, this topic is interesting because it asks me to talk about an interesting person whom I have recently met. To be honest, I have met a lot of interesting people in my life, but I would like to talk about a person whom I met recently and found quite interesting. He is none other than Mr. Robert, whom I met at a friend's party last month. Mr. Robert is a businessman by profession and is currently running his own small-scale industry. He is a well-educated person with a lot of experience in the business world. I met Robert at a friend's party last month. We were introduced by a common friend who knew both of us. At first, I was a bit hesitant to talk to him, as I was not familiar with his field of work, but I was amazed to see how easily he made me comfortable. As I mentioned earlier, Robert is a businessman, and he shared with me some of his experiences and stories about his business journey. He has been running his own small-scale industry for almost a decade now, and his industry specializes in the production of eco-friendly products. Robert is a very interesting person to talk to, as he has a lot of knowledge and experience in the business world. He shared some of his insights into the current market and how it is changing, which I found very informative. Moreover, his industry's focus on eco-friendly products was something that really inspired me, and I could see the passion he had for his work.
Kindly leave the topics or IELTS questions you need answers for in the comment section below. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for new and useful learning material uploaded every day. Thank you for listening.